This place is Orador in France, a small village with a population of only 641. On June the 10th, 1944, Hitler's SS occupied the village. They separated the men from the women and children. Every single person, man, woman and child, were slaughtered by the SS. Only 5 survived to tell the tale and of the cruelty of the Nazi regime. This village remains to this day unoccupied and left as it was in 1944 as a monument and testament to the people that died there. These photographs were taken in March 2022 in the Ukraine. Not much difference from what you have already seen, is there? Wanton destruction, shelling of hospitals and maternity wards, schools and civilians, homes and children, mothers, old folks dying because of one man's desire to expand Russia's empire. What makes Putin any different from Adolf Hitler? You are going to hear a first-hand testament from a Ukrain mother who escaped with her family. This lady in front of you is from the Ukraine, and her name is
Anna.
She's from a part of the Ukraine that's been invaded very badly. I'm just going to let her tell a story. She's going to start by telling where she's from and what her husband's doing, who wasn't able to come. Her daughter's here with her in Slovakia. So please tell us your story, Anna. Where you're from. Start with where you're from and just tell us what happens and how you came to be here.
Okay, I'm from Ukraine and I'm from the eastern part of Ukraine. I'm from Dobass. The war began in 2014 in my town. I was in Donetsk in that time and it was really dangerous. My parents, my fathers-in-law and my mother-in-law and my parents were in Kramatorsk and Slavyansk. Really, it was very dangerous and it was very scared. We suffered from all these army, from all these Russian forces from 2014. In July 2014 we left Donetsk and went to Kramatorsk because at that time Slavyansk and Kramatorsk weren't occupied. The Ukrainian power came back to this part of our land. And from that time till the 24th of February we lived in Kramatorsk. It was Ukraine, and really it was happy life because there were no Nazism, there are no
just regular people.
Yeah, it was. We lived very happily. We had work. We had our family. We could travel. We spoke Russian and we spoke Ukrainian. And now people told us, "Oh, you're bad guys." No, but on 24th, before the 24th of February, Putin said, "We legalize DNR and LNR." Yes, this part of.
These are two different regions.
Yes, yeah? Yes, and he told that we wanted to see. That he wants to see Donetsk region in the administrative border. It means that my town Kramatorsk, should be occupied by Russia. It was maybe the first point of our scaredness, maybe, because we understood that it's not good. And on the 24th of February at 5 o'clock, we were woken up by explosion. Our town had an airport, military airport, and the first bomb was on that airport. And after 10 minutes was another. And from that time we understood that the war came not only to our town, but came to all our country, to Ukraine. It was misunderstanding. Why? why Russia why Russia came to our land. Putin told us about demilitarization and denationalization, but I could tell you that Ukrainian people are democratic people, and Ukraine is democratic country now. And now you can see how all world, not only Ukraine, but all world help us and support. From 24th of February, we were in a big fear, and what to do? To stay there, it's really dangerous, because every day we heard all these air signals,
sirens.
Yeah, sirens. This one. And we watch TV, we read news all time, and we saw this Kiev, Kharkiv.
The attack on Kiev.
I had my relatives in Sumy, I had relatives in Kharkiv, and I have relatives in Donetsk region. And all these regions now are in big problem, because really Russian came to this region. You have heard about Trostianet, you have heard about Akhtirka in Sumy region.
Did you watch the press releases and TV releases of President Zelensky? Was you watching these, and when did he advise you to leave?
I watched all these videos maybe because really I want to tell you some words about our president, because for many people he is an actor. He was an actor, He was
and a dancer as well.
A dancer, and really he was a good actor and dancer. But now he is a real leader.
Yes.
He's a real leader of all nation, not only for Ukraine but the whole world. And we are proud of him, because he aren't afraid as Yanukovych maybe in 2014, who just escaped from the problem. Now he is in Kiev, and he tried to do his best to get the victory for our
I think
country.
he's proved himself, as a good leader.
Of course, yes. And that's why we, of course, for that time, for all these years, for 8 years, our army, our Ukrainian army had become more professional.
I think the Russians realise this too now.
Yes, but now, yes. But as I understood, they had an idea that that their victory would be very easy.
Yes, I said this from the start. I said that Putin thought this was going to be over in a few days.
Yes, in a few days.
And he misjudged the Ukrainian army and the Ukrainian people.
Yes.
And the Ukrainian leadership.
Yes, and I can tell you that my town Kramatorsk had been bombed not only right now, but it was in 2015, and we were at home at that time. It was on the 11th of February of 2015. It's near to Donetsk.
Okay, that's quite away from Crimea.
Yes, if I want to tell you, it's about 150 kilometers from Donetsk, my town is. Yes, now, and that's why we always were very close to all this situation. And in 2013, my daughter was 9 years old, and my son was only 2 years old, and we were at home when we heard terrible explosions and terrible shots.
And this was January the 24th,
It was 2015.
Oh, sorry, okay, so 7 years ago.
I can tell you, yes, it was 7 years ago. And it was very dangerous. And I remembered that I was shocked. I didn't know what to do. It's so scared, I can tell you. We tried to save because we didn't understand what happened, and my children were so scared really at that time. Later we understood that there are some weapons which explode near my town, and that day 15 people were killed in my town. That's why this year, February 2022, we understood that Russia wanted to
Occupy your lands.
occupy our land, and Russia wanted to occupy our part of Donetsk region, as Putin
So this
said.
is an ongoing thing that's been lasting for many, many years, really.
Yes, but now it was a real danger.
Can you tell us at what point you was asked to leave, or at what point did you decide to leave Donetsk and come to Slovakia?
First point, of course, it is the safeness of my children.
Yes.
Because I was at home, I read news, and I saw all this crime and all this death that happened on the first day of the war. You can know that it was Kharkiv, it was Chernihiv, it was Kiev. They just bombed our land, and children, women, it doesn't matter. At first Putin said that we just demilitarizate, we just bomb and try
just
to
military,
destroy objects.
installations,
But it was
It was everything.
yes. And
Normal
after-
houses and flats.
Yeah, the last point for me was maybe the bomb which was on the square of Independence in Kharkiv.
Okay.
Because it was just square. It was the center of city, and there wasn't.
Do you know what day this was? Was this on the 24th, the first day of invasion?
Yeah.
This was the first day.
It was Thursdays. Yeah,
And
after
at what
that,
point? At what point did you decide to leave? Which day?
Which day? It was maybe the first of March.
1st of March. So
1st
just
of March.
less than a week. About a week after.
A week after, because we understood that it was a real war. It wasn't like just maybe special operation.
Did you see buildings blown up and people dead?
I can tell you that now you can find in my town these broken houses.
Yeah.
Because some people just left their houses and went away because it's no reason.
Taking nothing with them.
Taking nothing, just take children documents and run.
And you have come here on that basis. You've come with nothing, basically. You've left everything behind.
I just take my children, I just take my documents, I just take some pieces which we can have for the first time, and we just we
So your life basically has been turned upside down. You've got nothing anymore. If Russia occupies, you've got nothing to go back to.
yeah, we don't have. My children now go to school, but we don't have any copybooks, pens, any backpacks, any school clothes, of course, because we even didn't think about school, about lessons, about copybooks. No, just
So
save.
if we can help you in this way, does your children go to school in Slovakia here? Yeah.
I
So-
can tell you that children from Ukraine who came to Slovakia, they need this help.
Okay, so we need school books,
The school
pens,
pens,
anything related to
copybooks,
learning and.
a lot of they need some sport clothes, some sport shoes.
If anybody can help in that
lessons.
respect that's listening, please let me know.
For PE lessons, of course, because you should believe me, because in that way we don't think about any school, of course. Just take children.
So are the
take
children
documents.
learning Slovakian now then, or?
My children now are in Slovakia school, and they
Okay. But they don't know Slovakian. They don't
No,
speak.
they
So
don't.
now they've got to start over again.
yes, it's
Yeah.
for us. It's a new page in our
Okay.
life.
Now, can you
Because
tell us about your husband? What he's doing at the moment?
My husband is at home. He is in Ukraine, and now he tries to defend our city. He just help our government, our city authorities, our major starosta, as people say here, to make some kind of defense of our towns.
Yes.
Yeah, blog post and some kind of this one, and he is on that place in Kramatorsk.
Can you also tell me how the people are thinking? What are their thoughts at this moment with regard to the Russian occupation and in especially to about Vladimir Putin?
All people hate not only Putin but all Russian people for their misunderstanding, for their silence, for what they bring to our land. And Putin now really is a person who everybody wants to kill. Everybody, because for us Putin is a devil, some kind of.
Is an Adolf Hitler, basically.
Yes, and a lot of people say that Putler, not
Yeah,
Putin,
I've heard that terminology.
But Putler, because he said that he tries to save us, to save Ukraine, but really
Laughable.
we don't need his
Yeah.
help.
You want leaving alone.
Yes, and if you look at Mariupol is also town which is
Yeah.
in Donetsk region.
Yeah.
And if you look at this Mariupol, what is it? People, children, these pregnant women, all these destroyed houses. Is it peace which Russia can bring
Absolutely
to our
not,
land?
no.
Of course no. And when I watch to all these children, to all these people, and to children who were in the shelters, in the theater in Mariupol, then they just put their bomb there. Is it peace from
and
Russia?
the women's hospital.
No. That's why that I'm a teacher, and I can tell you that we always learn our teachers some grammatical rule, and we always told them that names of country and names of personal names we should write with a big letter. But now Russia and Putin we write with small letter.
I do the same. I write the name Putin with a small p.
Yes,
and I know that you should use a capital P.
Because
so it's my way of disrespecting Putin.
It's like what we can do. Of course, I'm a teacher and I have 30 children in my class, and I can tell you that now in my town there are only 6 children stay.
Wow.
24 children with their families.
Do you have any contact with the people you used to teach still today, or that are still in your city?
Of course, we try to make some distance learning because they're in different parts. Some people go abroad, some people stay in the western part of Ukraine, some people try to save themselves in some with relatives, maybe in some not so dangerous part of Ukraine.
If this video could reach the people that run the other countries like the UK or the USA, Australia, Canada, France, all the countries that are against Putin, what would you ask from these people?
At first, I would like these people to tell the world what's happened in real. Yeah, to show pictures, to show videos, to show maybe they can prove this Russian that it's not operation, that it's real war.
Yeah, people know that. I can verify that because I watch the news every day in America, I watch the news every day in the UK, and they are showing pictures. I can verify that. But a picture speaks 1,000 words.
Yes, to tell it, to help information, to help with the information, maybe of course we all Ukrainian people want to close the sky over Ukraine, because really that Russian army can't have any victory on the land, but by air.
Yes, so
airplanes.
I'm just going to clarify what you said there in case people do not understand. She's talking about security in the air, what she needs from the West, or what the Ukrainian people need from the West is air security, either one of two ways, a ban on all air, but we know that's difficult, or supply Ukraine with aircraft. That is important for them to be able to continue this battle, because they have not got air superiority.
Military help, maybe some kind of, not only for country for weapons, but for soldiers. Our soldiers need helmets, I don't know how to say, safety wears, kind of this
Bulletproof vests.
Yes, yes, maybe some clothes, maybe some kind of for our soldiers.
Military clothing, boots, etc. Weapons.
It's also the great. It would be great help. And of course, you know, a lot of children with women should leave our country and to stay around the world. And the best way, of course, is to help them, to give him some kind of accommodation, some kind of help, clothes, food, toys, some kind of some baby food. Yeah, because I met people who just came out from shelters, for example, from Kiev underground, and just went to the railway station to escape. They even didn't switch off the aquarium and fled, because they
just wanted to get out.
Yeah, that's why they just have what they had on them. And that's why.
So everything they was walking in is all that they have. Yeah. So I want to thank you, Anna. Let's hope and ask the people if they will share this, because the more people that see it, the better. And we hope that everything goes well for your country. Please believe us that the US and the UK and the rest of Europe are doing their best to help. They could do more. The more they do, the better. But they are trying. They're not leaving you totally alone. They are trying their best. So we want to thank you for giving us an insight as to what it's like in the Ukraine and how it could get even worse. So thank you, everybody, and thank you, Anna.